Please subscribe my channel. The party was full of energy, noise, and lots of people I knew. It was the type of get-together where everyone acts like life is perfect for a little while. That's when I spotted it. My wife, Emily, was standing near the middle of the room, laughing a bit too much and leaning a bit too close to another guy. At first, I tried to convince myself I was just imagining it. People flirt in a harmless way sometimes, don't they? But this wasn't harmless. The way she held herself showed comfort, interest, and ease. Others around us noticed too. A few people looked over at me, waiting to see what I would do. I felt anger building inside me, the need to step in, say something, and put a stop to it. But I stayed still. I kept completely calm and completely quiet. I didn't break in. I didn't stare angrily. I didn't make a fool of myself or her. I just watched. Staying silent became my protection. The longer I said nothing, the more daring she got. She smiled bigger, laughed harder, like she was testing how much she could get away with. In that moment, I understood something hurtful, but true. She wasn't mixed up. She was seeing how far I would let her go, and I was ready to show her the limit. As the evening continued, her flirting grew more clear. The man leaned in closer, his hand lightly touching her arm. She didn't move away. Instead, she laughed and stayed put. Talks around them quieted down as people felt the awkwardness building. I sensed eyes on me, expecting anger, jealousy, or a big scene. I gave them nothing. Inside, I wasn't empty or numb. I was paying close attention. Every smile, every touch, every moment of disrespect stuck in my mind. I wasn't letting rage build. I was gathering facts. There's a big difference. I knew that jumping in too soon would just give her ways to make excuses. Staying quiet, though, left no way for her to deny what was really happening. She looked at me quickly once, like she was checking if I was watching. I met her eyes for a second, then turned away. That bothered her. She wanted a reaction, not control. People who test limits count on drama. Staying calm messes up their plan. And as she kept going, I knew I was waiting, not for her to slip up, but for her to make her choice. The breaking point came softly, almost like nothing. She put her hand on his chest and joked about how nice it felt to be around someone confident again. People laughed, but it sounded forced. Those words changed it all. It wasn't just flirting now. It was comparing me to him and saying it out loud where everyone could hear. That disrespect was the moment I stood up. Slowly and calmly. The music kept going, but talks died down as people saw me walking toward them. I didn't hurry. I didn't look mad. That worried them even more. I went right up, smiled nicely, and said Emily's name in a soft voice. She turned, surprised. I looked at the man and held out my hand. "Thank you," I said evenly, "for helping me see what I needed to see." He looked confused. Emily gave a nervous laugh, thinking I was kidding. I wasn't. I turned to everyone in the room and said clearly, "I won't fight to keep my own marriage." Quiet hit the room like a wall. The music felt too loud all of a sudden, out of place. And that's when the real surprise started. I reached into my pocket and quietly put my wedding ring on the table next to them. No long talk, no harsh words, just that one move. People gasped all around. Someone dropped their drink. Emily's smile disappeared right away. She stared at the ring like it wasn't hers anymore. I looked at her, not angry, not hurt in a loud way, but sure of myself. "You went too far," I said quietly, "and I won't act like you didn't." The man backed up fast, hands up, wanting to get away. Emily tried to talk, but nothing came out. She hadn't seen this coming. She thought there would be yelling, crying, a big fight. Instead, she got the plain truth. The room seemed stuck in time. Everyone watched something they knew was wrong, but couldn't stop looking at. I didn't stay for her excuses. Excuses come after results, not before. I grabbed my jacket, nodded politely to a few shocked friends, and left. Behind me, I heard her call my name, but I kept walking. Outside, the cool night air hit me and brought me back to myself. My phone started buzzing almost right away. Missed calls, texts, worry. I didn't answer. That quiet wasn't to punish her. It was to protect me. Back in that room, something had ended openly and clearly without being mean. At home, I sat down and felt the weight of what I did. Not sorry, but final. Emily came home later, crying and saying sorry, swearing it didn't mean anything. I listened without cutting in. Then I told her the truth. The flirting wasn't the worst part. The disrespect was. The second she compared me to another man in front of everyone, she made the choice for us. She begged me to forgive her, promised it would never happen again. I nodded, hearing her, then said what she wasn't ready for. Even if it never happens again, it already did once and I saw it all. That's when she realized this wasn't a fight. It was over. The next few days were quiet, heavy, and full of hard truth. We talked about lines that should never be crossed and respect that should never be doubted. She admitted she thought I would put up with it, get mad for a bit, then let it go like before. Hearing that hurt worse than the flirting. It showed how sure she felt pushing my boundaries. I told her calmly that love can't last when one person feels entitled to hurt the other. She cried more when she saw my calm wasn't me being cold. It was me being decided. I wasn't trying to cause her pain. I was done causing pain to myself. That difference was important. She asked if we could fix it somehow. I told her trust doesn't just go back to normal because someone feels bad. It grows again slowly if it grows at all. And sometimes the harm shows you something you can't forget. Friends called or texted after seeing it happen. Some said I handled it well. Others thought I was too strict. I listened, but what they thought didn't change anything. I knew what I felt in that room, and I trusted it. I learned something strong from all this. Staying calm and strong bothers people more than getting loud and angry. Anger is what everyone expects. Calm means you've already made up your mind. I turned my focus to myself, my peace, my self-respect. Emily had to face the results of being truly seen, not just blamed. And being seen like that changed everything. Sometimes the hardest lesson isn't the betrayal itself, but realizing you let disrespect go on longer than you should have. At that party, Emily flirted right out in the open, thinking my silence meant I was okay with it. She was wrong. Silence was me watching and learning. When she finally went too far, my response wasn't loud or wild. It was exact. One quiet move stopped the whole room because truth doesn't need to be shouted. That night showed me this. Never beg for respect that should come freely. Walking away without drama isn't weak. It's clear thinking. And once you see things clearly, you can't go back to pretending. Everything is different after that.